Hey guys, we're back. What we're going to do today is adding and subtracting fractions. In this video, we are going to go over how to set up fractions so that we can add and subtract them. So for instance, if I had 2/3 and I was trying to add with 4/5, you would think I could just add, right? So 2 plus 4, 6, 3 plus 5, 8, right? I'm done. Check. Well, actually, no. That's actually not the way to do this. Instead, you need to turn these denominators into the same number. You need a common denominator. So how do we do this? Well, 2/3 and 4/5, let's say. If I had 2/3 and I had 4/5, all I would have to do is find the common denominator. What we call that is our least common multiple. We want to find the number that 3 and 5 make that's the smallest it can be. So what do I mean by that? 3 goes into 9, but 5 does not go into 9. 5 goes into 10, but 3 does not go into 10. 3 and 5 both can go into 15. And that actually is the lowest number that both 3 and 5 go into, or our least common multiple. So that means because our least common multiple is 15, we want to make our denominators 15. How would I do that? That's a very good question. What I would do is you would multiply. I would take 3 and multiply by 5, so that 3 times 5 gives me 15. But I can't multiply the denominator of the fraction by 5 if I also don't multiply the numerator by 5. A simpler way to think about that is what I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So then I look here and I have 5. I need to make 5 15. What am I going to do? I'm just going to multiply by 3. And because I multiply the bottom by 3, I have to multiply the top by 3. So now I'm going to take this fraction, 4 times 3, 12. 5 times 3, 15. I'm going to do the same thing here. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. So now I have two new fractions that have the same denominator, and now we do the fun part. 10 over 15 plus 12 over 15, which will get us to 22 over 15. And that is our answer. Notice how I did not add my denominators. I kept my denominator the same. The same thing happens every time we do this. So for instance, if I look at another problem and I have 4 over 8 and I add with 2 over 4. Well, I look at my denominators, they're not the same. I have a 4 and I have an 8. But I can do something that will get me the same denominator. Now, let's find my LCM, my least common multiple, the smallest number that 8 and 4 both go into. 8 divides into 8. 4 divides into 8. So we have 8. Does 8 divide into 6? No, 8's bigger. 4 doesn't divide into 6 either. 4 divides into 4, but 8 doesn't divide into 4. So it's safe to say the smallest number that they both divide into is 8. So now I want these two fractions to become 8. Well, woohoo, one thing's done. 4 over 8 already has 8 as the denominator. So now I just have to turn 4 into 8. So again, what can I multiply 4 by to get 8? In this case, it would be 2. And what I do at the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. I now have 4 over 8 plus 4 over 8. And now I just add across. 4 plus 4, 8. And then obviously I don't add my denominators. So I have 8 over 8, or we can simplify that to 1. So as you can tell, sometimes you don't have to turn both denominators into a new number, into the LCM. Sometimes the one of your denominators is already the LCM. In problem 1, we had 2 different numbers and they both had to be changed to a different LCM. In this case, one of them was already an LCM. So sometimes they're easier, sometimes they're more complicated. Let's keep looking at another one. So what if I had 3 over 7, and I'm going to add that with 2 over 14. I take a look at this problem and I can tell I need my LCM. Because my denominators are not the same, I need to make them the same. So let's find my LCM. I see 14. I know 14 goes into 14. I also know 7 goes into 14. So it's safe to say 14 is our LCM. So luckily, 2 over 14 is just going to stay like that. Now we're going to convert 3 over 7 with the denominator of 14. So how are we going to do that? Well, I'm going to multiply by 2, because 7 times 2 gives me 14. If I multiply the bottom by 2, I have to multiply the top by 2. So 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 7, 14. So now I'm going to have 6 over 14 plus 2 over 14. That's going to give me 6 plus 2, 8. 14, 14, 14. Bam. Now, I know you're dying to find out how do we subtract. Well, it's the same concept, but instead of adding at the end, you're going to subtract at the end. So if, let's just say I have 4 over 10, and I'm subtracting by 2, 2 over, let's do 5. Obviously, I know 10 is going to be my least common multiple because 10 goes into 10 and 5 goes into 10. So now I'm going to multiply both the top and bottom by 2, and I'm going to get 4 over 10. So now I'm going to have 4 over 10 minus 4 over 10, which is going to be 0 over 10, which is just 0. If I have 4/10 and I eat 4/10, I'm done. 4 slices of 10, 4 slices of 10, they're gone, so my answer would be 0. So as you can see, in this area, when we subtract, we also do the same thing we did when we add. Obviously, at the end, we just subtract. So we find our least common multiple, we multiply our fractions, so we have each denominator with the least common multiple. I always remember what I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. I then use my new fractions, and I either add or subtract them, depending on what I'm being told to do, and then I have my final answer. And that's essentially adding and subtracting fractions. So guys, if this helped you, please leave a like and subscribe. We're trying to reach as many students as we can so we can help as many people as we can. So the more likes and the more subscribers we get, the more people will obviously see our videos, and that's what we want. We want to get to as many people as we can so that we can make learning and school easier. The goal of this company is to make life easier on all students and help them reach their full potential. So we really appreciate you helping us with the YouTube pieces and letting us get subscribers so we can reach more students. With that being said, if you have any person that is in the state of New Jersey who would like tutoring. We can do in-person tutoring and also online tutoring. So if you do not live in New Jersey, but you would like tutoring, we can still help you. But if you live in Jersey, there's a chance that we can do in-person learning. With that being said, if you want to see a different video, please leave a comment below letting us know what topic you would like to see covered. And with that being said, that's it for us. Bye, guys.